Hi! So today I'm going to be showing you how I study effectively. So the first thing you want to do is be in a very quiet environment or just somewhere productive for you. So right now I'm at my parents' house. Right now I'm at my parents' house and it's on a farm, so it's already very quiet, but I also choose to be in the dining area because it's a big table, and as you can see I take up a lot of space when I study, and I can just, be away from everyone else and just sit myself in here and have no one bother me while I study. The second thing I'm going to talk about is so what to have. So the most important thing that you need to have obviously is your school materials. So for me, this is a compilation. Well, I have 2 books first of all. For each course that I do, I have 2 books. One book that I write my notes in class that I have somewhere, and then another book that I come back and I compile all my notes in, so all colored and coded and everything so that I can remember. Speaking of coding, something that's very important to me because I'm a visual learner is markers and highlighters and stuff. This helps me engage with my material better, and it also just helps me remember what's what. So I usually code like headings and subheadings in one color, and then like important points that I need to remember in another color, like the important facts. And then once I've done that, then I will go and check with like maybe a video online, or like go back to my textbook or whatever, and then come back and then write like little facts that I missed out that are important to me in another color. So that's how I code my notes, and it's really helpful for me because then I don't have to go back to a PowerPoint, which is just like a whole bunch of slides. Like I literally like truncate my notes into like maybe 2 to 2.5, like 1 side and a half of notes usually for each topic, so that it's easy for me to go through. It's summarized and I can get the most important notes and remember them. So another point is repetition. So memorization because med school is just like a whole lot of information that is thrown at you, especially in 4th year. It's like there's a whole bunch of new things that you've never studied before. Like I had never done pharmacology before, anything to do with drugs. So yeah. And micro, I had never done micro before, like I'm doing today. I did it for the first time last year, but for like an introductory course last year. So something that to help me to remember, I always repeat. So that's why it's so important for me to be in class, or if I can't make it, to like watch a lecture video and get the information that was given in class, so that I can hear and take the information on firsthand, because I learn very well when I can see something, not just by reading it. So yeah, once that's explained to me, once I can see it, then that's amazing. And then I take down notes, because the most important tool that you can have is a pen or a pencil. So paper and pencil are my best friends, and I take down notes as much as I can so that it helps me remember like little things that I know that I have to remember, especially like in class when the lecturer says something that's not in the notes. or like something that they say is gonna be tested on or examined on, then I take that down, because I can't just rely on my memory to recall all of that information. So then I do that, and then I go back and I compile my notes, and that's my second step in memorizing. So that's really important for me, because then I'm just consolidating everything that I knew, that I heard, and like coming and adding in extra facts. And then the third thing that I like to do is to use Picmonic. Now, Picmonic is a learning tool that I got introduced to lately. I can't remember which YouTuber it was that mentioned it. I'll put their link in the description box below. But yeah, that's how I got introduced to Picmonic, and I don't know if it was a YouTuber or an Instagram. I'll make sure to mention it. But because I'm such a visual person, and because I like to see things, and I like mnemonics, and so that's another way of learning mnemonics, like making up a funny phrase or like a catchy something that helps you like remember off the top of your head, like, oh, that's associated to that. So with mnemonics and with pictorials, because I love pictorials, I've been doing pictorials ever since like I was doing my A-levels, because they are amazing. Like, it's like drawn out diagrams that help you to visualize and like just consolidate the concept in my head. So with me, pictorials have been great for me. So when I came across Picmonic, which is like the ultimate pictorial site, I was so excited, because it's like mnemonics and pictures and all the facts put in together, and it's great because they give you like all the facts based on a certain topic, and then they'll give you like a funny story to help you remember that, and then you can go through a quiz. So quizzes are so important to me, because then they help me assess how much I've assimilated. And I like how Picmonic works, because you do a quiz as soon as you're done with the tutorial. So you can do a review and then you do a quiz. That's great. So that helps you there and then. And then what I like to do is come back like a day later, and because they have a daily quiz, whatever course you've done, or whatever like whatever activity you've done is added into a bank of daily quiz topics. And I can come back, and even if I did like a cholera, so because I've been doing so much micro, I did an activity on cholera, and that was like 2 weeks ago, and it was added into the question bank, and I did the quiz then. But then every time I do a daily quiz, they throw in some questions on cholera to just refresh my memory, and I know I've got that down. So it's amazing, and it's been helping me do that. And because micro is not one of my favorite subjects, especially parasitology, like it's just been helping me so much to remember all that I need to remember, and I've just been having fun doing it. And you know that when you're enjoying something, then you learn it better. So yeah, that's about that. And then all the different tools that I use, I like to, when I study, I like to have a medical dictionary with me, so that I can fact check anything that I just don't understand, or I just need information on. And this medical dictionary, there are loads of bigger ones out there, but this is not exactly a pocket one, but it fits really well in any bag that I can carry, and it's not too heavy, and it's also got like loads and loads of fact and diagrams as well, so I love it. The second thing that I like to study with now, that I didn't think I would use so much in everything else, but I've been using more and more lately, because we're always given like a course of treatment, especially like even if we're doing physiology, pathology, we're giving like a case and then they give you a course of treatment, or in micro, and you do all of these, the morphology, the life cycle, pathophysiology, and then they give you a treatment, and in pharmacology itself. So what I've been using is the BNF, which is the British National Formulary, which is basically a health professional's guide to medications and everything. And it's really helpful because then it not only explains the medication in detail for me, but it also tells me about the dosage and like interactions of the medication, like, and counter interactions as well. And that's something that Picmonic does as well. So it's amazing because then I can cross-check their facts, and if something is wrong, if I don't like something, if I need to change something on a tutorial or something, then I can just come and note it down into my study notes, or edit it and add in a medication that they forgot to put in that is important to me or something. So yeah, that's basically how I've been studying and how I've been learning my information. And I really wish I had discovered this in my first year, like, of med school, like last year, because it would have been so important for me. It would have been so helpful, and I would have been able to get even better grades than I did. So yeah, I'm super excited. I've got like 5 months till my exams, and I'm definitely gonna be using Picmonic throughout as a learning tool during this time as I study. So I am an advocate for Picmonic, and it's my pleasure to tell you guys that I have a code that you can use to save some coin and get some money off when you sign up for Picmonic. So I will leave that in the description box below. The guys at Picmonic are so helpful anytime I have a question, or anytime I want to just check on something, or even when they're just checking on me and helping, like asking me how they can help me, or like how they can reach out to even more people. Because I was the first med student from my school to sign up, yeah, they gave me that as well. So but anyone can use this code, and I just want to share it. I posted it in my class group, and people went nuts, and they were just like, thanks for this is so incredible, I wish I'd known about this earlier. So I just want to share this with you as well. And yeah, so I just wanted to mention a few YouTube channels that I follow, that I watch as well, like additional tools that I use, online tools. So I definitely watch Armando Hisudigan, like I mentioned. He is amazing. He is always drawing out things and explaining things. He's just so amazing. He's a resident doctor, and he started his channel when he was in med school. So all the different topics that you can think of are there, pre-med, during med, during your clinicals as well, and it's just amazing. I also follow and watch Dr. Najib's videos, because that man is amazing, guys. Like, he knows everything. If there is one doctor who does not have limits, like he knows the range of it all, it's Dr. Najib, and I love how he explains things and adds in funny jokes and stuff. So yeah. I also follow Shomu's microbiology, which had been so helpful for me last year when I was so lost, and that just got me through my microbiology last year. So I still use it as well now, especially when I was like making up my notes and stuff. That really helped. And yeah, I have a couple of other like little apps that I use as well. I will definitely put them in the description box below, and I hope that this was helpful, and that you guys also go ahead and do the best that you can do in your exams and in your courses. So yeah, also I just want to make it clear that Picmonic is not only a medical tool, but it's a science tool in general. So if you're doing a science course, you can definitely just fill it in, whether you're in the health field, health faculty, or just in the science field in general. Also, it goes from pre-med all the way up to clinical years. It has courses that apply for that, your medical terminology, all of that. So definitely look out for that. Okay guys, I'll see you soon. Gotta get back to my study.